what are we going to do? We're going to play War of the Spark. We're going to test our skill and test our ability to open some bombs. Yeah. Before I jump in here, let me get to the right view. Let's get to the draft view. And I want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom, for their support of my stream. They supported my content when I was making it with limited resources. They're supporting it now, and it's really great to be back with them, to be with such a great Magic organization. They care about their customers. They care about the game. They deliver high-quality products and at prices that are competitive and really lead the way in the industry. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're price shopping for Magic and you don't include Card Kingdom in your looks, then you're probably spending too much. And if you want to check out their store, you can look at the click the link in my panels down below, and that'll let them know that you got there thanks to me. So I'm gonna jump in here. Big Shark has a question we'll get to in a second, but let's get a draft pick up. We've started on Tulsamir before, strong card. We'll talk about what else is here, but Big Shark Chris says, Ryan, what do you think about the limited Twitch tournament? Seems silly against bots and no private servers, in my humble opinion. I'm not sure how they're running it. It's news to me. You'd be amazed at how out of touch I am with the Magic community. You'd think that I'm like just locked into it as a streamer, but my life is like wake up, get the kids to school, jump on here, play some Magic, turn off Magic, and then like deal with life, and then suddenly it's the next morning again. So my actual engagement with the nitty-gritty of what's going on in the world of Magic is pretty low. I had no idea there was a Twitch Rivals tournament today. So yeah, I don't know how they're doing that. The hottest slang in middle school right now? I don't know. My kids are in high school, and I could make something up. I'm the old guy. You got to tell me what the slang is. I need to go to Urban Dictionary when there's a lot of black in this pack. Let's get back to this pick. I think we're just taking Tulsamir. If there were an excellent uncommon or common, we might consider it over the gold Tulsamir, but I'd rather, also green is so easy to splash in that something with a green then single other color card almost feels like a monocolored card in this set. Here we have the Elder Spell, which we could take for future gems. I want to be a little more conservative about rare drafting until I have done some of the percentage math and we have a better idea on how to use the chart that we've been looking at that shows how much of a percentage you need to impact before deciding rare draft over not. I think the best card here, this might be a place to rare draft just because nothing is leaping out here as like must take. Zhang may be decent with the Tulsamir angle. Jewel, Raptor says Jewel is the isn't that like vaporizer thing? Jewel, is that what that means? Raptor. Did I get yes? Ha! See? Old man comes through with the middle school slang. Yeah, vaping stuff is like, you know, we live in Washington where marijuana is legal now, which I think is correct. I think it should be legalized. Basically, any culture that legalizes alcohol should have legal marijuana. But it is a problem in schools now with it's so easy for kids in states with legal weed to get a hold of vaporizer sticks that you can basically smoke it in, or it's not smoke though, you can vape it in class and like the teacher doesn't even know. So it's, kids want to get high, it's pretty tough to stop them. So you got to work the other angle, which is talking to them about it and giving them good reasons not to, besides I told you so. Anyway, as far as what we're doing here, I also want to see still no voting results. Yeah, Vizier of the Scorpion is pretty darn good. It's probably the best card in here. It's between these two. Like, this is probably better than Zhang, but he's at least green and would help towards Tolsimir and stuff. So I kind of lean towards Zhang or take the gems. But let's try and support Wolfie.
And this is Mo Wu.
Well, where's Mo Wu? I want to... Oh, he's over there, but I want to draft Mo Wu now. Yeah, that's a good thing to look out for, Fought Fools. Don't presume your enablers are going to survive combat. I think they've fixed it, Raptor. At least I have not heard of anybody saying they have a print run nailed down for this set. Is Pollen Bright Druid or Nurture good enough here? Nurture, I think I like Nurture, although Pollen Bright is a good 2. And I'm actually going to go for the 2. Like, I really do like the Nurture for the fixing. But we don't even know we're more than 2 colors yet or anything. And 2-drops are so important to pick up, especially when you have a card like Zhang. So yeah, let's take the 2. Arlen seems great here, doubling up on our wolf friends. Maybe we'll wheel Arlen's wolf. Wolf tribal? Yeah.
Time to test the bonds of our pack.
There's an Ashiok for that strategy, but I think we go Wrangler here. Riders is good, though, too, if we wanted to be base red-green. But Wrangler is fine. Voya? Who's Voya? What do you mean Voya? Oh, this, yeah, that wolf. Got it. Yeah, Arlen and Tolsimir is... Wolf Tribal seems like a fun way to... Fun road to head down here. Although, haven't really seen any additional white, and now trying to decide if we are on New Horizons, Gateway Plaza, or even Thunderdrake. I do not think we're on Mrs. Triumph. But I think we just take Horizons. It's good, it's green, and it combines with Zhang to set up additional splashes. Huatley, what can we do with you? Nothing there, nothing there. Basically nothing yet, and probably nothing ever, although there's not much going on here. Kind of take the Spark Reaper, I think. We could still end up very, like, we're only green right now, because we can play Tolsimir based on what we've got already, much less what may be coming our way. So I want to take best card here. And that's probably either on Crop Invader to spin this more aggro, or Spark Reaper to be to head down that black-green control path. And I've really enjoyed, it sets us up to be able to take that uncommon mana, the lifelink Death Touch 2/3 Bird of Paradise. So I'm going to take this and hedge towards black-green. You can also take this here. I've been pretty down on Charity Extractor, although if you it just feels very low impact. But if you can get a counter on it, which we have a couple ways to do here, then it starts to get more interesting if you start proliferating it upward. And I guess it's that. I would take a Forced Landing, though. Screecher is... Yeah, Screecher's playable, too. Maybe I should take Screecher. Forced Landing is B+ sideboard material, though, is the thing. So I'm attracted to B+ sideboard material, but all right, we'll take a War Screecher. This is the set for 1/3 flyers, I think, for 2. And this is playable if we end up caring a lot about proliferating. I'm going to take a Toll in case we end back towards black here over the Bully. Martyr for the Cause is a fine too. I've never taken Bully. I've never played Bully, and it's never been a big threat to me. So I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for someone to prove to me that I should value that card more highly. But I guess its home is in green-white proliferate, right? Pretty solid first pack. Happy with first pack. We're definitely green, and then we see if we are two color or... Well, that's pretty lousy, but we may take it for gems here. I guess we could take the Wanderer. We'd play the Wanderer. But even the Wanderer is not that great. You don't always have a target. When you do, it's good, but I almost feel like this is more of a board card. Do you, let's see, what did I take? What did I take over it? I took, can't remember what I took over Bully now, but that's the fundamental question, is, would you have taken Bully there over whatever I took? Courage, I think. And to be fair, Courage is, +1/+1 counter and proliferating in the same package. Toll? Toll number 1? Okay, yeah. Yeah, here, I don't see anything I love in Obzon at all. Like, this all is it pack with a couple of meh white cards. So I'm gonna take gems. Yeah, there's a bunch of fine stuff there, but I wasn't gonna pass those over gems. Or not going to pass gems for those. Here, though, we could debate whether a Divine Arrow or Wanderer's Strike is better than gems here, and also debate whether Arcbow is even good, right? I just think I think this is just okay. I think, as Luis and Marshall correctly pointed out, just missing is so harsh. Like, if you got your card back that you discarded if you missed, it might be okay, but, like, pitching a land and paying 5 and then somehow missing or whatever would just be, like, yuck. So, we've taken some gem picks here. Let's take a pick here, and I think Wanderer's Strike is perfect for a base green-white deck, so let's take that. We could take a God Eternal Kefnet and find ourselves some additional New Horizons. Seems like the play here. Bots. I mean, they weren't blue. In this case, like, when you get a God Eternal Kefnet pack 1, pick 2, then you can go bots. But honestly, we should be thrilled that the bots are so disciplined about their colors that they're willing to pass us blue mythics because they're not in blue. Yeah, well, there's 2 bots that are not in blue. So why would they take a card they can't play? They're drafting like pros. At the Pro Tour, this would go 3rd if there were 2 players not in blue at all. Although in this set, maybe people would be like, all right, I'm going to figure out how to splash it, right? We certainly are. Yeah, they don't wheel rares, but I'm saying they pass them there. Challenger Troll seems fine here. Really want to get at least 1 more New Horizons. The benefit of the New Horizons, of course, is that it's a single card splash for a double color spell like this. We've got Wolf synergies, but 2-drops are at a premium. I would say this would wheel, but the other one didn't, so no guarantees that this wheels. And we can cut these as unlikely to be part of this deck now. Although, yeah, I think that this looks about right. So then, we actually have 4 2s. And not a lot triggering a Wrangler right now, although we do have a Challenger Troll. Do you think it's worth taking a Wolf because of our synergies, or do we want the solid 2? This might wheel, actually. Let's take the wolf and see, try and wheel the wheel that dude. Ceratok triggers a Wrangler over a medium Stinger. I find these types of cards in black are much better than this type of card in green, because green can battle big things on the ground with big things on the ground, and black can't not necessarily. I mean, they have this or whatever, but so there's that to be thinking about. Where are we at curve-wise? Kind of want to take the Ceratok and plan to wheel. Yeah, we take Dam Breaker. Also, yeah, maybe Dam Breaker's a little bit better for 1 mana. Gives it a +1/+1 and the Proliferate for an extra mana. Yeah, we could also just move into blue and splash Tolsimir and Wanderer's Strike. There's these 2 cards are pretty marginal, so we could listen to that. If we do that, we can also make an argument for Narset. If we're thinking we could actually become secondary blue, maybe Narset is actually the play here. Non-creature, non-land is whiffable. So in 4, you need like 10 of your you need 10 of your deck to be non-creature, non-land to have an average chance. And I don't know if we'd get there. We probably would have like end up with 10 plus. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're at 5 right now. I'm going to go with the safer Dam Breaker. Yeah, because it seems mediocre with what we're trying to do. Just making sure. Narset's powerful when you have the support for it. But we didn't. And Dam Breaker is still splashable too. So it can also be base green double splash, but I kind of look towards the Martyr here. Yep. I'm going to add to the 2 drops. We could bring, Return to Nature for the board, but I have not been bringing this in, like, ever. There's just rarely enough enchantments or artifacts for you to want to deal with. So we'll take another Dam Breaker here. Planeswalker multicolors. Strix in case we do end up blue. That seems less likely here. I think we're kind of solidifying an early game in white more so than blue. I don't want another Silverwing though. We're gonna try casting Gods at that slot. But we can take this in case. Well, maybe we're in the right place color-wise at least. This further hedges toward the possibility of blue as secondary. Krulstinger has the green Death Touch problem of it not being quite as good, but still they're always serviceable. So I guess since we're not taking anything else here, I don't want this. I don't think this is how we want to win. This is very win more. For those of you who don't know that, like the term win more, it's a card that is largely going to serve you when you're already winning the game and doesn't do as much when you're not winning the game. It does have the possibility of taking a board stall and turning it into an Alpha Strike kind of situation. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just not how we want to win. Like if this was if this was plan A, sure, but our plan A is just like now cast Kefnet and go wide with wolves, right? So we'll take a Stinger. Just explaining why we don't want to take that that other card. We can take Contentious Plan if we want to get into all the proliferating, or Skulker as the I didn't quite get there on win condition, although we kind of did. So Skulker is not quite as necessary. I think I'm going to take Contentious Plan. I think I could have taken the Light Shield there. I should have taken Light Shield. I pushed through that a little too quickly, I think. Because I'm actually thinking in terms of blue now. But I should still be thinking about white. But we did wheel the Wrangler, so that's cool. And the Stinger that I passed the first time. Here's a God Eternal that we can get behind. Should we take this for the gems? Yeah, Deez, I should have taken Light Shield. It was just a hasty click. Boom. Pretty bomby, too, with the Citadel. But Kasmina. I like me a Kasmina. There's also an Outburst that we could probably splash. You always like Grazer. We're pretty far off from this, and Kasmina is a card I took over Gem Progress yesterday because I think she's so powerful. Centaur is also possible, but I think we'll find a New Horizons. I think we take Kasmina.
Impress me, and I may offer my guidance.
Yeah, we are kind of starting to lean blue, but I'm going to lean into it. We might not be there, but because I think 2s are still really important, and we have 3 2s in white, but we'll see. Time Twist, probably a Plaza here. Yeah, I like Plaza. There's another Plaza, but we have a Triumph further pushing us towards blue. I'm gonna do it. Bleeding? I'm not down with Dovin. I'm also not down with Teo. But yeah, I think we're splash white now. Didn't get a second New Horizons. But we can splash these 2. Yeah, this whole pack is meh. Maybe... I don't think we need another Silver Wing. Let's look at Curve. Yeah, plating for board might be correct. I'm down with that. Meme value. Another Arlen. Last new cards in the draft.
Leave my territory, or I'll remove you myself.
Not playing any of this. Maybe this. Maybe this. Well, we got to return to nature for the board anyway. Maybe I should have gone to do some gem grinding there. We have 3 of each, so I probably could have done that. It doesn't really matter, though, for us. I was talking about that yesterday. Like, if you expect to get 4x of the set through your natural play patterns by the end of a set, it really is almost irrelevant when you drop wild cards into the bucket. Because if you think of each card as a bucket, you're trying to drop 4 items in it to fill it up, and then gems start overflowing out of it. And if you're gonna fill up all those buckets anyway, and the wild cards are just gonna help you do that, you don't have to be quite as fiddly as I am in terms of like, we're at 3, let's go do, you can just do it, and you'll get that value eventually, simply by racing towards filling up your buckets. If you are not going to fill up your buckets by the end of the draft, though, that's when you get a little more heady about when you do this and try to wait until you have a couple of a card and then go in and craft the rest to get gems. And that's assuming, of course, that you don't care about those cards for your collection. Just a quick recap on that, since it continues to come up, of exactly what we're doing on that front. We've got 5 cuts to make here. What are we looking at numbers-wise? A lot of creatures, especially for this format, so we have some cuts to make there. Probably a Crocodile I don't think we need to start a Lost and both Dam Breakers, especially since we picked up another Arlen. In fact, with 2 Arlens and a Primordial, probably want Dam Breaker over Primordial though. So I like this 3 for our 3 6s. That leaves us with 1 more cut to make, but I like that. We cut from the top end, which is generally what I want to do. So now I kind of want to find our worst card in here. Yeah, definitely one of the Stingers. Thank you. I like it. So where does that put us? 14-9 seems fine, with Arlen being effectively 15, 16, even 17 on creature makers. Now we have 2 white cards, right? Do we main sub? That's worth checking on, I suppose. Yeah, because when we drafted it, we were not blue. I think we probably do. Maybe even for this Stinger that I wasn't particularly... I like saving the Stingers for when we do actually have a big ground game we're trying to contain. All right, we have 2 Arlens and 2 Gods, so we're going to go with Voice of God. Ben S says sub is at least playable. So we'll give it a try. If it crashes and burns, we can take it out. I've actually had this played against me, and it was pretty annoying, actually. You're just constantly tense when this is out there, because you're... I mean, if the battlefield gets filled up, fine. But if you've got, like, 1 blocker, you're just like, if they get rid of my blocker, then I'm just giving up a card. So it kind of it ends up having a similar impact on play lines and mentality that, like, the Gate Sneak did from the last set. It's tougher to use than the Sneak, but it has that same impact on the opponent of like, oh, I gotta keep my mind on that submersible or it's gonna hurt me, you know? Yeah. And while our creature count is low-ish, we are making creatures with Mentor and Arlen that can power it out. So let's give it a try, and we can abandon it if we decide we don't like it. Oh, this can go to... Maybe do we need the Plains? We have New Horizons, Zhang, and Gateway. I think 1 Plains is okay. Let's do that. I think I like that. Oh, actually, though, I want to get a screenshot with the sideboard. A little bit more of a useful screenshot. All right, should we try this out? No, let's quit. Well, we're going to try it out. Thank you all for hanging with me today. I know I'm up against, or at least now I know that I'm up against a Twitch Rivals event today. So by saying that out loud, I've probably lost a handful more of viewers, but that's all right. I got the best viewers. Mulligan. Snap Mulligan, but we like this a lot. Kefnet, get us there. We want to find a second blue source and avoid Oppo's hand destruction. They've had to mulligan to 5, though, so we're actually up a card in this situation. Put that out. Thank you, Robert. Arlen, it's a problem with double 6-mana Planeswalkers. Wrangler's late to work, but we'll make do. Oppo immediately had a pause there, so they've got something like plating, or what are the blue-black instance? Maybe black combat trick. I don't think there's a -2/-2 trick for 1 and a blue. Oh boy. They have... So, I'm not willing to do it. They might untap and, like, make us discard Kefnet, and that's a risk. But right now we're winning on board anyway, so let's make him do something. Yeah, I don't feel it. I'm gonna probe with a contentious plan here. Still leaving up a lot of mana, and we're still fine on how things are going for us, so I'm gonna continue to not offer our bomb into open blue mana. I'm just not gonna do it. And that's true, that would have been great on Kefnet. Something to consider. Their main decking transmutation, we have a god. We could bring in our return to nature. Or perhaps totally lost is a little bit more flexible. Now, you don't like to save your creatures with totally lost as opposed to a more normal bounce spell. But when you're talking about unlocking God, then you're kind of willing to do that. So that's a possibility as well. What if we brought in that and cut Courage, which is a fine card. It's a fine card. We could cut Submersible, actually, maybe. Since that's kind of on the edge for us anyway. Although it looks like they weren't doing much early, and if they don't have a good early game, Submersible is great. Close one, says Alpha Ferg. Yeah. Yeah, plan is just proliferate. Were you thinking about plating? Oh yeah, there's bounce amass, there's hexproof amass, and then there's a lot of stuff going on there. Anyway, we have. I think I like bringing the totally lost. I just think I might rather take out the submersible. Now let's try. I want to keep trying it. Let's do this. So I took out Courage in Crisis. And was considering taking out the Submersible. So if I see the Submersible, I'm going to be thinking about Courage in Crisis and vice versa. Or I guess we're not going to draw the Courage, but you know what I mean. We'll keep this. A 2 into Jiang seems good. What? Who said Oppo could do stuff? Oh, there's my bad mana. Obviously. Haven't played with a blue creature in my deck for a while. Should have gone island, then we could at least have the submersible possibility. Still like having the Wrangler, but minor punt to not lead with an island. Magic has A lot of small edges to be gained. Now, I think I submerse as opposed to Zhang. If we cast Zhang, we put a counter on the Wrangler and then get attacked by the Dustmantle operative and either have to trade off the Wrangler or we lose the Wildcrafter, and that doesn't seem very good to me. So yeah, we're going to play the Submersible. And it blocks, like the operative can't really attack now. Why no Twitch rivals? What do I have? Am I supposed to sign up? Because they certainly didn't tap me on the shoulder. But if I'm supposed to do something to participate, I'll figure that out for next time. They are not going to get our best card, so that's good. Okay, well, I'll take a look at that. Let me make a note to sign up for Twitch Rivals. Man, I'm just in kind of a mode where if the thing doesn't fall in my lap, it has no chance, and if it falls directly in my lap, 50-50. If we attack now, the Submersible does not get where we want to be, but we could make a Silverwing or a Weird. I guess we take Silverwing, and if we get to 5 mana, we may end up in a spot where we have a Submersible attack because we can set up a 2-for-1 if they double block. But let's start here. Transmutation, all right. And, you know, maybe... No, I don't want to trade for that army token here, so we're going to go no attack. So I was thinking, you know, we could attack with the Wrangler, trade with stuff, and then the Submersible does have a better time getting through, but I also don't want to be hung up on getting the Submersible through. But I also am keeping an eye on it. Like, we were going to cut... I was considering Courage in Crisis instead of this. You know, would we rather have that right now, for example? And I don't know. I don't know. It's not clear that Courage in Crisis would actually be better in this spot. Okay, we got Totally Lost. And yeah, I'm going to do it. If they have the counterspell, it doesn't stop Totally Lost. We could also just Wanderer's Strike and not be cute about it. But if we wait on Wanderer's Strike, we get something that... and they know about both of these. They don't know about the Weird. So we're not really getting them. But they do have to make that choice. Robert wants to go uncute and just do this. We could also be uncute and just totally lost the operative right here. I think I like that. I'm gonna do that. They know we have it, so why bother setting up a haha gotcha double block if we know they have it? And we can also suss out, yeah, if they've got something that makes us... Okay, we still get to attack. Yeah, I wish the operative went back on top, but this isn't the worst either. Now, we do have a strike for that, but they may play something better here that turns off the Submersible again. No, they're keeping their hand free. I am again not going to mess around. We'll just See if this gets it done. All right. We drew a card with Submersible. How about that? Charger Troll or just Dam Breaker? Let's see. Oh, I've kind of forgotten about that card because people aren't playing it, Nick, but it would have been worth calling out at least. Didn't they have 3 up? Maybe they had 4 up. Anything before combat? Yeah, we make one of these to make these both attackable. Okay, let's do Dam Breaker. I'll give them the Silverwing for a card if they want it. Flavor, right? Maybe the flavor of Kiora's Dam Breaker driving the Silent Submersible, it's that it swallowed it. Kiora's Dam Breaker swallowed the Submersible and is just swimming around with it in its belly. Who is driving whom, really, in that spot? Well, no more submersible attacks, but we do get to increase the size of the Wrangler and attack with both of these. They're at least forced into chumping. They got a trade here and a chump here. Oppo didn't like their chances on that board. Well, that didn't take long. Boom. Notch to win. No gods required. Yeah, it turns out it was lethal despite not being lethal. This is the king of early scoops format so far. Maybe it's just partly because it's early in the format, but man, people have been bailing on games that were imminently winnable. I don't love the 5 lands, but we got enough going on here to keep it, I think. Q flood out, but I like the keep. Hey, Q 2-drop. Nice. Well, it doesn't matter with the submersible, so I'm gonna get in a better habit though with this deck and lead with islands. Let's see, actually, yeah, no, we can wrangle here, because we're going to Strix next, and then maybe Contentious. Yeah, it is, there's some discouraging plays that can happen. But you gotta look to your outs, too. I almost scooped, and then I was like, in fact, it's funny that this Ashiok's noise takes 5 years from start to finish. Oh my goodness. I wish you could pinpoint individual Planeswalkers turn off. Anyway, my opponent played Ashiok on me on a completely undefended board, and I was like, this is doom. Like, what am I even doing here? I can't stop Ashiok. Then I look at my deck list and remember that I actually have Jace. So I'm like, okay, I just need to dodge him exiling Jace, and then it's actually good for me. And sure enough, I dodged them exiling Jace. They got me down to like 12 cards in library. I found Jace, and I just won off of Jace. Anyway, we can go Strix or Contentious or Plaza. But I like Strix here, and then Plaza plus Contentious Plan next turn. And we'll come at Ashiok, sure. Oh, do we lose Tolsimir? So it goes. We got lots of stuff. That hurt. Oh no, that was Avian Eternal. I thought that was our god. It was not our god. Let's start with the Proliferate and make sure that we don't want to do something else besides this Plaza. And we don't. I am going to send one at Ashiok and one at Oppo. If they use a spell to save Ashiok for one more minus, I think we can live with that. But I do want to just let it go. Oh, thank you for the scene change reminder. Only one full match in before I got that reminder. We have two gods. We have the blue god and the green god. Blue god came pack 2, pick 3 and caused us to shift gears, and then pack 3, pick 1 had an on-color god, so yay us. I'm gonna play it. I forget exactly if this is gonna make for any good attacks, but we'll find out. Yeah. We'll offer the Cronkage. Her.
This is your hunt now.
We've got a hunt too. Let's see. Death Touch and... So they need to give up both to get Ronus, and then Ronus comes back. Seems great. We can wait on Arlen, though. No benefit to that, right? Doesn't increase Wrangler or anything, so... Oh, I got opinions, Hexstar. Yeah, it does increase Strix. That's a good point. Okay, let's do that.
Let the nightly hunt commence. Let nature guide you.
Yes, and... Do we care about Arlen? Should we just go for... Maybe we come... Because I think they probably just... I'm going to do Ronus at Arlen. No, they probably chump Arlen, since this doesn't have trample, right? So they chump Arlen. Let's work on Arlen a little bit here, like that. You think face, Tenno? Yeah, she makes 3 3s. Maybe that doesn't matter. But it gets annoying, because then Ronus comes back and is still facing more 3 3s. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this. It's not what Tenno would do, it's what I'm doing.
You underestimate me.
Yeah, we're in a great spot either way. But, you know, I do like to find the 91% play versus the 90% play or whatever.
Brave now, pup.
Wow, they just dumped their hand. But I still think a god is going to get there for us. And we have similar plays. Fight. We could play Arlen and replace this and take out their... Well, except it wouldn't take it out, so let's not even bother. I will, however, attack it, and now if Arlen wants to make one more, that's all she wrote.
I'll protect my pack. Please protect my pack.
So now we go Arlen.
This is your hunt now. Come on, Bo.
Make our Strix bigger.
Your best self.
And let's see, we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even one of these back allows for casting Arlen. So, and the I guess they get eaten by this one anyway. Let's see, if we attack with everything, nah, it's not time to attack with everything. So we'll go ahead and attack with the Strix, and then Arlen.
My bite.
Choose that you wish to keep. We wish to keep that one.
Let nature guide you.
I missed a damage. Oh, doing that whole sequence ahead of it? Yeah, I did. Sequencing. Sequencing. All right, so they are in green. What was their other color? Green, blue. They're green-blue as well. Arlen seemed to be one of their big games. We can bring in No Escape to try and snag an Arlen over like a Courage in Crisis. It's a pretty reasonable card, but so is No Escape. I think I like that change. Do we see any of those auras from them? Can't remember. Might be seeing them now. I can't change it here. I changed the voice of gods. All right, this is fine. Sure, we have Crunch if we don't get a second island. But I'll certainly play the correct land here. Islands and then forests would be great. I'll accept a land of some kind at least. Uh-oh. Ramping to Arlen over there. We have Wanderer's Strike that should help contain things on some level. We'll certainly offer the Wrangler for the Druid. We don't get it. Would love to counter anything here, just anything. How about something amazing? And we'll take that. Kasmina will only get one activation in the face of the Skydiver, but I think it's worth it. We may even Wanderer's Strike the Skydiver after if we find white mana along the way. But we get a creature and a loot, and even though that's not a great deal for 4, basically a creature, a loot, and gain 2 life, we're going to accept that as reasonable.
Listen up.
reasonable floor.
We are the future.
And yeah, we're getting rid of the submersible. Mana is causing us some issues. We don't really have attacks here. We just have Wolf and Pass. Let's see what they find. It's a Midwestern submarine. They're doing some cute stuff over there. Not cute, powerful, but we have outs. We just need some extra, we need some mana of the right colors.
Seek out others, then.
That's a start. I guess we can attack with the wolf first here. Trouble is they've got Merfolk Skydiver on activated Proliferate, so we can't trade with a Thunder Drake if it attacks, and we need to find white to Wanderer's Strike it. Oh yeah, I could have attacked with Wrangler too. I got in my head about Wolf, but should have just sent in Wrangler. Oh no, wait, they had the Thunder Drake there. It was the other turn that I couldn't. Yeah, they're doing some good proliferating, and we are failing to find white, unfortunately. Yeah, this god is not going to get it done, unbelievably. Too much big stuff, too much proliferate. Power of proliferate on display from Oppo. And no attacks either. Draft went very good. Mana's not playing nicely. We started white-green, or green-white, and pivoted to green-blue when we opened, or got past a Kefnet in Pack 2. Yeah, I gotta say no blocks. We win by finding the planes on top here, or, yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe Zhang. Zhang would get us... No, even that wouldn't... No, Zhang would allow us to put a counter and cast Wanderer's Strike at least. No. Alright. Yeah, you wanna get stuff on the board right away for sure. Totally Lost goes up against so much proliferate, we can really undo a lot of work that has been done. So I kind of want to bring in a Totally Lost. Maybe for the sub. Those bots are very rigid about what their colors are. And they'll pass bomby stuff early in the second and third packs if it's doesn't match. You want to cut the insect or add the insect? I mean, I guess they were being reasonably big on the ground, maybe bigger than we are there. If we do that, what are we taking out though? That's where I struggle with that addition. Silverwing. Not quite there on Stinger is the answer. Maybe it is better than Aven Eternal, though. Even although they're playing Planeswalkers, and we've seen that our flyers were getting through. I don't want to cut flyers. Yeah, I'm sorry, Stinger. You're all right. Unless I'm willing to go down a wolf. I guess we could go down a wolf. We got good wolf synergies, but maybe better to just have Death Touch in that slot. All right, let's get a good hand. I don't know if that qualifies. Obviously, if this is a forest, we love it. But Kasmina for sure on 4 is not nothing. And we're going first. I'm gonna keep this. Oof. Come on. Am I gonna be punished for this keep? Would you all have kept that? Am I crazy? I don't know. Well, we gotta play anyway.
I am that you're fine.
Ashiok.
This has been a nightmare.
Don't be a jerk, Ashiok. I could have done Silverwing, but I want to find green.
Every day is a new lesson.
I'm gonna pitch this island. We can't... It does nothing for anything in our hand anyway.
You must be quelled.
We're working on quelling you, buddy.
My students are loyal and brilliant.
Valhalla's Chosen hit mid-gold this morning playing nothing but his mill deck. So I assume you found a deck that's even faster to win with than like mono red because people just scoop on you immediately, right? Let's start with a contentious plan. Ugh. Come on. All right, Kasmina, help me out. There we go, there we go, there we go. One... Arlen needs 2 green, but is still powerful enough that I think I want to hang on to her, so we're going to get rid of a Wrangler. Also get that plan back. No, we'll just throw out the Wrangler here, although we can wait and do that after considering attacks. Actually, like, with the power in our hand, I like going after Kasmina here. Druid. How does the Druid allow another attack? To allow another attack. Not sure how that... Oh, to put a +1 counter on a creature. I would rather proliferate, I think, with the Druid. That's what I was thinking about with her. And we'll just do this here.
Bold. I like that. My students are loyal geniuses.
If we draw a forest, I think we'll go Arlen, make a wolf, sit tight on Kasmina, and then proliferate the turn after so that we get Kasmina with effect. Although it may be worth doing what Oppo just did and letting go of the static ability on Kasmina in favor of getting it going right there. Did we just lose our god?
Remember your nightmares.
Yeah, lost a god. Hmm. 17 cards. Challenger Troll gets down. Maybe we do want to just cast Mina now. Yeah, I don't think we're actually getting that much out of that. So we may even do the line that was suggested last time, depending on what we draw here. Although Pollen Brighting doesn't get anything through.
Join my cause.
And yeah, see, I like having that. But I don't think we can get rid of. Can we get rid of Arlen at this point? I like Silverwing because it flies, but maybe it is the odd creature out here. And now I like Pollen Bright. Here. I'm just trying to set up to pressure, to give Ashiok one more minus. We'll see if they have anything for the Strix next turn. Not sure about that line. This is one of those... This is the skill testing nature of this format. A lot of times I'm unsure of where I ended up.
I will return with
Jeez.
even more.
Are you serious?
Haunted by this duel.
That is ridiculous. Now how do we win? Jeez. I think we're down this match. Bummed. We're not out of it yet, though. But that's bad news that Ashiok, we can't pressure Ashiok without huge losses here. Huge losses. And we can't set up for Arlen without turning off our ability to cast Challenger, so it's like double bad. But almost, you know, similar to last time we were facing down double Ashiok, we can't win by ignoring Ashiok.
I lost my...
So that was super painful. But we had to do it. I guess I should have done that first, but wasn't really going to matter. What do we have to deal with this annoying... He's going to play the proliferate dude. No, just more... I feel like our deck is more raw power, but they're beating us on synergy, so there you go. Data point on that front. Similarly, I think we got to take this trade when it's being offered. We're just drawing our deck in terrible sequences here, too. I'll offer a Wrangler for either of those, though. Come on! Oh my god. I'm so done with that card now. It has wrecked us. Jesus. Like, we're just completely dead. Yeah, great. Can't even cast it. Wow. Tilting. That was frustrating. Courage in Crisis has been like a D+ for us. I think we ended up with... No, I think I almost took it, and then we took a different card instead. I don't think we have any. Hey, Bruce. Alright. Moving on. Playthrough. Next game. I'd love to find an alternative 2 off the top, so we can do sneaky things with the druid. But I'm not going to force that either. We'll take a 2/2. Nothing on 3, but Oppo hasn't done anything on 2, so there's that. Saheeli on an empty board is risky, or at least, you know, you're accepting a lower floor for what she has to offer, but we do get distracted from attacking Oppo, that's for sure. See what they got coming. That's fine if they want to cast that. Oh, there is a forced landing? Okay, we'll remember that for future sideboarding. Definitely should have been in that matchup then. I knew I was, like, I was dragging the forced landing, but then I think I didn't actually take it. Huh, we have another... We have a chance to do something different with our druid. That's fine by me. That's a little awk. Power doubler. Don't even want to do that yet. Wish I had trample. Druid into plan, swing, offering, all 3. Yeah, maybe that's correct. And then if they don't take it, we at least get God Eternal doing more next turn. Alright, I'm down. We're gonna get a chump here, but... It's a start? Oh, really? All 3? Okay. Yeah. It's a reasonable trade. This is where it's hard to know what kind of 1-for-1 or whatever you're getting in this format. What is a zombie army and 2 servos from a partially used Saheeli that are sacrificed along with their aura and my 4-drop to protect Saheeli? Like, it's... The value calculus is... at graduate degree level around here.
I've got it all figured out. Let's think this through.
Well, we're doing it. I have heard that it is difficult to sub via the mobile app. Yeah, sorry, Haney. I would love for you to sub, but you're not the first to experience that issue. Do we even attack? Do we even trade for that? I mean, it's just a dorky 1/1. This does not have trample, so I am going to do it so that... gosh, what do we even attack? Probably Jace at this point. Yeah, I gotta really study the Twitch Rivals thing and figure out how to be a part of it so that I'm not competing directly against it.
Let's try this.
Does Arena do Twitch drops, by the way? Do you mean, like, promotions via Twitch? I think so. I think I've seen... like, wasn't there a deck you could get or something? Maybe that wasn't from Twitch, though. Maybe, I think it was. Couldn't you get, like, a Boros deck through Twitch? Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. That's one way to handle a god, huh? Like, what's... this format is kind of frustrating sometimes. Yeah. But if Ronus dies, Ronus comes back to us, so we'll go ahead and just try and get it through those means. Yeah, we could strike our own. That would do it as well. Maybe that's better. I'm trying to pressure... I want to pressure Jace, though. I'm going to Arlen and make a wolf. I'm less concerned about Ronus, like the speed with which we deal with Ronus versus the speed with which we deal with the Planeswalkers. Yeah, we draw a land, we can cast both of these next turn, and Wanderer's Strike has extra value when you've got Arlen and three tokened wolves out. Yeah. If they choose to stay back, or we can just chump with the servo, and they don't do anything else to us, we have a very nice turn next turn. I don't like what that does for the long game, but I like that they've spent 4 mana that doesn't mess with our board this turn.
How you play and
Got to watch out for Jace milling away Ronus, but at mill 2, they need to do more, because it'll actually just put Ronus on top if they go after us. But they could, yeah, actually what they can do is, if we exile and Ronus goes 3rd from the top, they let us draw 1 card, then on their next turn they get Jace. No, you don't really start, you don't mill yourself with Jace. That's a mistake. Gotta do this. You don't mill yourself with Jace because Jace is solvable. If you mill yourself down to 4 cards, thinking you're going to win with Jace, and then I kill your Jace, you're just going to lose. If you work on your opponent's library, you just mill them, and then if your Jace lives, you can win by either decking yourself or your opponent. If Jace loses, you're much better off having milled your opponent. That's the way to look at it. No sweet play. We really wanted this to be a land to get super value. Instead, we're going to have to Arlen and Wanderer's Strike
Go,
now.
my children, fight.
Yeah, I'm actually. I'll be curious to see if they go ahead and draw that 7 cards. I think with all the protection they have, they'll just notch him up again and go to loyalty that allows that to survive. Did it not let me? Oh, they get to choose. Interesting. All right, well, we learned something. Magic is hard.
This will come in handy.
Told ya. With that much protection, why wouldn't you just draw 7 and leave Jace around? So's ours. Our deck's pretty darn good.
I like your ferocity.
Ferocity. I see what you did there, Arlen. Start with Wolf or Triumph? Probably start with Triumph.
There's always an answer.
We knew Horizons, we get a counter, but then it's on there. Yeah. I guess we'll... If we do both, the only place we can put a counter is on this wolf, but that's alright. We'll do that. And yeah, I'm gonna make it 2/2. Because they can Strix her anyway.
Please protect my pack.
And we got a 5/5 that, if blocked, needs to at least include the 3/3. So they'll probably just chump this. Could have attacked before making that final wolf, but it's alright. And we'll continue to come at Jace, make that chump. Yeah, I was raised my eyebrow about this playing Saheeli into the...
The earth trembles in anticipation of my vengeance.
I don't know why I start talking when a Planeswalker goes on the stack. I need to go take a bathroom break when the Planeswalker goes on the stack.
Time for retribution.
Yeah, the Saheeli into my one creature seemed sketchy, but then they had clearly the follow-up play already. We're just down a game, trying to stay alive and find a way to get some gems back with our frickin' 2-God, 2 Arlen deck. That's magic. That's war. That is war. I don't think we have the tools to recover from here. There's nothing really we can draw that overcomes this board state. I mean, I kind of want to move on. Like, what are we showing them? We get, yeah, I'm just done here. Maybe I'm the early scooper now, but I didn't see anything in our deck that even remotely recovered our position there. Starting to think we need more of these. And looks like we do not have one of those flyer killers for what that's worth. And again, as much as Courage was great for our opponent, I don't know if we're doing quite enough counter making to make that the play. I just kind of want to do that when we're sideboarding. That's my instinct. If we like Proliferate, I'd rather do it with a card draw. But, you know, draw a card, Proliferate, or actually help your proliferation proliferate. Tough. I like cheaper draw a card, though, I think. We're gonna try this. Alright, we can keep that. Hope it's good enough. The weird has been weak so far, but we do have decent spells to go. I think it's... I'm if you can explain, like, it's been weak in a way that does not make me want to take it out. Has it been weak in a way that makes you want to take it out? It's just been, I think, weak in context here, but not in a way that changes my opinion of the card. Zhang into no creatures or hold up no escape. Probably just Zhang in, because then we get Kasmina Zhang the token. So yeah, we'll do this.
It's nice to meet you. I'd love a friendly duel.
But nerve-wracking. Arlen keeps showing up 2 at a time. That doesn't help us either. Probably ditch one of the Arlens right here.
I'm brilliant, so do try to keep up. Focus on what matters.
Yeah, I think Arlen plus Dambreaker is a better pair of 6s than 2 Arlens.
We'll do this together.
And then next turn we get Arlen, if we keep this wizard alive. Oppo's like, nah, you will not. And not only that, it makes it tough on us next turn, although if we can keep the next wizard, we at least have a block on the crunch. And we have no escape up.
My students are loyal
Ooh.
and brilliant.
Now I'm going to ditch the forest, because we will still have no escape up when we do this. If they come at both, we're gonna put the 3/3 in front of the 4/3 anyway. And at least leaving Zhang with at 2 means that the remaining zombie army 1/1 won't be able to take out Zhang. It'll have to go after Kasmina, so I'm just gonna leave it. Because it trades either way. that was a concern. You can always, you know, zombie army tokens can get bigger in many ways, so obviously wasn't guaranteed to stay a 1/1, but I liked that line anyway. And they got to give up a crunch to take out Zhang, and they didn't even think that was worth it. So now we're going to go with Arlen, although they're holding up a possible no escape. Is that a worry? Is that a worry that changes our plan? Because we could Sky Theater and have our own no escape ready. We can even Sky Theater and put a counter on it. Is that crazy? Am I being a little too paranoid? But they didn't attack on this board. Yeah, I'm a skate for Frady Cat. Let's see what happens when we cast this. If there's a pause and everything. No pause. Okay, good to know. Go ahead and do this.
I will help you through this.
Paid off. Ooh, and we like that. Do some proliferating of our own this game. Start here.
I will protect my kin with my life. This is your hunt now.
We could contentious plan. It would tap 2 of our blockers, though. And would then allow us to use both of these again, though. That's true. We would just get a second blocker with Kasmina. Alright, let's do it. It's good enough, I think. Pretty powerful play here. Submit 6. I like that.
Hone your control.
Alright. Well, trading for that crunch, probably. Oh, yikes. Well, Arlen still gets to survive this.
The scent of blood enlivens me.
Creepy. Neat. Kind of want to go maybe Wolf Pollen Bright Druid, actually. I was going to just go Dam Breaker and then consider the Pollen Bright Druid, but we can go Wolf Pollen Bright Druid and keep everything back to block. And get everything... This becomes a 5/5, this becomes a 4/5, and we can at least block everything we're seeing here. So let's do that. Had to sequence it this way if we wanted to keep Arlen around to give this counter, which I like. And yeah, we'll even put... We want a bigger... Yeah, we probably want something bigger. Like, let's make this wolf be able to block these 4 power creatures.
share
I think that's
my
more important.
strength.
All right. We got our overwhelming flow going that game. I don't know, folks. Yeah, we've seen some places where synergy takes over, and but it's definitely a snowballing, right? It feels like you fall behind and then can't recover, maybe more so than other formats. But also you get the recency bias of just like, I'm in the moment, so whatever I'm experiencing the moment must be the kind of like the new feeling, as opposed to it's just the same old thing with different cards. Proliferate is a snowballing mechanic, right? The more you pick up, the better it gets. I don't think... we'll just run this back. Yeah. Was there any... We didn't see any enchantment. Yep. For escape on the draw. They have so many good cards, I'm willing to keep the escape, but it can be hard to fit in. It can be hard to find the spot to leave up 3, it's true. We'll keep this. No creatures, but there's one. If we draw an island, we'll go ahead and open on the Strix rather than the Plaza, but right now our second turn play is Plaza. Now, if nothing changes, should our third turn play be Strix or Horizons for no counter value? Horizons would ramp us into 5, which gets us to Strike and Totally Lost. So if they do something like Saheeli, then maybe we do that. Although Saheeli is an argument for Strix to get a pressure on the Planeswalker right away. And then New Horizons would make it a 3-power attacker on the follow. So I like that. If we see something, a Planeswalker we need to kill, I'm going to lead with the Strix, definitely. Alright. Not bad for us. That's wheel spinning. It's not even card advantage for them, so spending the third turn on that is really nice. But we still have that same question. I'm going to go ahead and play the Strix because I don't particularly want to feel the need to cast either of these on 5. And next turn, New Horizons makes the Theater Strix a 3/3 attacker. As you say, though, we've seen Pyrohelix, though, so... And there you go. New plan. What's the new plan? Show me something. Alright, new plan is Horizons for no value. I mean, I thought our hand looked good, but it had no creatures, and now we're in... we lost the one we had. But this is also the kind of the rock, scissors, paper of things. There's board states where Jace would not be really castable by Oppo because we would kill it so quickly, right? And this is just miserable. So we got to triumph looking for better plays. I mean, I could Totally Lost, but it's too early for that. I want to Totally Lost when I have something to do. I want to look for a counterspell, so we Totally Lost on their end step and then have the counterspell for the way back down or whatever.
It's a matter of give and take.
And... cycle the plan. There's nothing here that gets a counter, actually. So I'm going to cycle the plan. Kind of sad, but there you go. this event's bumming me out.
This will come in handy.
But we'll do it. We're going to find our way back here and claw our way to at least 800 gems. That's the plan. Yeah, full value triumph is tough to overcome. Tough to overcome. And they're showing counterspell mana, but they've shown that before and not had anything. I think we need to just try and make them have something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do Ronus Wrangler for low value on the Wrangler. We do Dam Breaker, and it gets pretty big next turn off of this, but not in a particularly useful way. They probably just chump it. So given that dam breaking the Ronus dam breaking the doubling the dam breaker isn't that great, we'll go with the we'll go with the max value play here. Well, they can try. So they let that go. There was a definite pause, but I think we just have to do it. Like, what do we do? Do we not? I mean, I think we need our Ronus to be good here. I mean, we wait on Totally Lost, I suppose. And I sit here on Totally Lost. I don't know if that's 100% that we have to do it. I think we have other plays. We could absolutely even want Wanderer's Strike or Totally Lost if we felt that was a better use of our mana here. We can't not play something, but we could arguably keep up Totally Lost instead and put that on their draw pile. So yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Given the pause there, and given our ability to affect the board meaningfully with Totally Lost, we're going to try that. No, I want to let them have their turn. I'm going to... Ooh. Well, we could do it now. Thing is, no, I'm not going to do it now. Like, they don't have ultimate on Jace. And I want to put it on top at the end of their turn so that if we do get lucky and draw our counterspell, we can counter Jace on the way back down. That's what I'm thinking here. Gotta remember I have 0 hourglasses now, though, so I want to play quickly, try to build that back up. Boy, they have a lot of cards. I'm not the only one who's terrible at sequencing. Although they may have their reasons, we don't know what's in their hand. I don't care about the Jace activating as much as I care about the Jace activating 7 more times or whatever, right? That's what I'm not... We don't care... I didn't care about 1 more turn of Jace activation compared... I know it gets him a card, but compared to being able to counter it on the way down, that just felt more valuable to me. And we're gonna try this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Doesn't really help us. We can't double spell here. If we Arlen... They replay Jace, and Arlen takes 2 from the Strix at least. And this is a 3/3, so the resulting creature has to trade as well. We could put out Ronus for no doubling value to try and stabilize the board a bit ahead of Arlen, and then proliferating a bit. I think that's actually the play. They might steal it right now, but again, I can't worry about that. They've got Jace and 7 lands.
Manipulation of the mind.
I liked our deck a lot. Callous indeed. Alright, gang. What a kick in the crotch. Those last two matches were... Holy moly. I don't know, gang. Yeah, Rob, that's an interesting line if someone is self-milling with Jace. Ouch. Ouch. Free-to-play account is under 4K in gold in gems. I'll open these packs.
Think you can beat me?
No.
Welcome to try.
I don't think I can beat anybody now, Raul. Yeah, we're crawling our way towards ranked on Friday to be able to spend this gold. All right, get over it, Ryan. It happens. Your bomb-laden deck was beaten by other bomb-laden decks. That's certainly going to be happening in this format. But actually, I think I'm done streaming today. A little bummed about that. I've only got 50 viewers because of the Twitch rivals, which I'll go look up how to join. But streaming to a third of my audience for another hour doesn't seem like the best use of my time right now, as much as I love you all. You know I love you. You're here with me when you could be elsewhere. But I think to optimize my life, I need to call it a day here.